I'm thrilled to welcome the Prime Minister of India, my friend, Narendra Modi. The friendship between the United States and India is the strongest I believe it's ever been. I think our relationship is the best it's ever been between two leaders of the two countries. Minister Modi recently announced the reductions to India's unfair, very strong tariffs that limit U.S. access. The United States and India will be working together like never before. He's a much tougher negotiator than me, and he's a much better negotiator than me. There's not even a contest, okay?
Prime Minister Narendra Modi and US President Donald Trump concluded their highly anticipated meeting at the White House in Washington, D.C. on the 13th of February. The crucial diplomatic engagement reinforced the strong India-US partnership. While the two leaders discussed several key issues, Trump's tariffs have been the focal point since he assumed office back in January. Right before the meeting with PM Modi, Trump had announced reciprocal tariffs, indicating a severe action on countries which tax US goods at a high rate, not shying away from mentioning that India imposes high tariffs too. Their discussions covered trade, defense, technology, security, and global stability. So let's dive into the 7 key takeaways from this high-profile meeting.
As we deepen our defense partnership, we'll also strengthen our economic ties and bring greater fairness and reciprocity to our trading relationship. As a signal of good faith, Prime Minister Modi recently announced the reductions to India's unfair, very strong tariffs that limit U.S. access into the Indian market very strongly, and really it's a big problem, I must say. India imposes a 30 to 40 to 60 and even 70% tariff on so many of the goods, and in some cases far more than that. And as an example, a 70% tariff on U.S. cars going into India, which makes it pretty much impossible to sell those cars. Today, the U.S. Trade deficit with India is almost $100 billion, and Prime Minister Modi and I have agreed that we'll begin negotiations to address the long-running disparities that should have been taken care of over the last 4 years, but they didn't do that, in the U.S.-India trading relationship, with the goal of signing an agreement. And we want, we want a certain level playing field, which we really think we're entitled to, and he does also, in fairness. So we're going to work on that very hard, and we can make up the difference very easily with the deficit, with the sale of oil and gas, LNG, of which we have more than anybody in the world.
One of the biggest announcements from the meeting was the ambitious goal of doubling India-US bilateral trade to $500 billion by 2030. PM Modi emphasized that both nations are committed to finalizing a mutually beneficial trade agreement soon, boosting economic cooperation and opening new business avenues.
जो सच्चे अर्थ में भारत का ही नागरिक होगा, वो अगर अमेरिका में गैर कानूनी तरीके से रहता है तो उसको वापस लेने के लिए भारत तैयार है। लेकिन बात हमारे लिए वहाँ से रुकती नहीं है। ये सामान्य परिवारों के बच्चे होते हैं, उनको बड़े बड़े सपने दिखाए जाते हैं और उनको ज़्यादातर ऐसे होते हैं उनको गुमराह करके लाया जाता है।
Addressing the contentious issue of illegal immigration, PM Modi reaffirmed India's commitment to take back undocumented Indian migrants from the US. He highlighted that many of these individuals are misled by human traffickers and stressed the need to dismantle the ecosystem facilitating illegal immigration. Modi assured that India would collaborate with the US in tackling this issue head-on.
In addition, the United States and India will be working together like never before to confront the threat of radical Islamic terrorism, a threat all over the world, actually. Today, I'm pleased to announce that my administration has approved the extradition of one of the plotters and one of the very evil people of the world, and having to do with the horrific 2008 Mumbai terrorist attack to face justice in India. So he's going to be going back to India to face justice.
In a major breakthrough, President Trump announced the extradition of Tahawwur Rana, a key accused in the 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks, to India. PM Modi welcomed this decision, marking a significant step in India's fight against terrorism and delivering justice for the victims of the attack. Another major announcement was the potential sale of F-35 fighter jets to India. With this deal, India would join an elite group of countries, including NATO allies, Israel, and Japan, that are authorized to purchase these advanced stealth jets. This move is expected to significantly strengthen India's defense capabilities and strategic partnership with the US. President Trump also addressed the India-China border tensions, expressing concern over the violent skirmishes in the past. He stated his willingness to mediate, saying, "If I could be of help, I'd love to help because that should be stopped." While India has always maintained a firm stance on handling border issues bilaterally, Trump's statement underscores US interest in regional stability.
I got along with President Xi very well until COVID. That was a bridge too far. But until then, I got along with President Xi very, very well. We were very close as leaders go. I don't want to be naive, but as leaders go, I think we were very close. And I think that China is a very important player in the world. I think they can help us get this war over with Ukraine and Russia. And I look at India, I do see the skirmishes on the border, which are quite vicious, and I guess they continue to go on. If I could be of help, I'd love to help because that should be stopped. That's been going on for a long time. And it's quite violent. It's quite violent. But I would hope that China and India and Russia and US and all of us can get along.
Prime Minister Modi reiterated India's neutral stance on the Russia-Ukraine conflict and welcomed President Trump's efforts toward finding a solution. He reaffirmed that India believes in diplomacy and called for an end to the war through peaceful negotiations.
मुझे खुशी है कि राष्ट्रपति ट्रंप ने शांति के प्रयासों का इनिशिएटिव लेते हुए कल राष्ट्रपति पुतिन से बात की है। दुनिया का एक सोच रही है कि भारत न्यूट्रल है। भारत न्यूट्रल नहीं है। भारत का अपना पक्ष है और भारत का पक्ष है शांति। हम पहले दिन से ही, और मैंने राष्ट्रपति पुतिन को उनकी मौजूदगी में मीडिया के सामने कहा था कि ये समय युद्ध का नहीं है।
Looking ahead, PM Modi confirmed that India will host President Trump for the Quad Leaders Summit in New Delhi. The two leaders discussed activating new Quad initiatives, including enhancing airlift capacity for humanitarian aid and boosting maritime patrols for regional security. The Modi-Trump meeting in Washington has set the stage for deeper cooperation between India and the US across multiple sectors. From trade and defense to global security and space collaboration, these discussions highlight the growing strength of this bilateral relationship. What are your thoughts on these key developments? Let us know in the comments below. For more news and updates, keep watching Live Mint.